What's up? 我是刘根， What goes on? How's everybody doing? Glad to see everybody here. King Destroyer. What a name. Got all the superheroes in here. How's the day? How's the day? Good. Good. Yeah, I figured out what the issue is with my PC. It might actually slow down again. I need more RAM. I got 32 gigs RAM and that's not enough. Something like either either I'm not using the 32 gigs correctly or I feel like there's 16 gigs full and 16 gigs not being used. Not a computer guy. I don't even know if that's possible. Or freezing. Yeah, this is we're just in an ugly chop right now. Let's look at it. Daily, weekly was bearish. We've opened up, no top wick cover made yesterday. Close bearish. The 4 hours bearish. To the one, everything's bearish, but the smaller time frames need to align. Which means, yeah, we're bearish and we'd like to look for some sells, but we'd also need to close below the most recent range. The hour, the 30 held, and so did the 15. Now it's coming down. Yeah, we had sells here on the signals on the 15. Over here on the break of the lows. But first of all, we got slipped 8 pips. Second of all, we closed respecting here. So as soon as we made that bottom wick, I went break even. Came back up. Created this candle. And then respected here again. So no positions. We keep respecting levels. Mark off the 15. Let's see if it breaks. Oh, no reaction. Then we should break. No reaction. Let's see what happens here. No positions. This is, we were, if you were looking at a pancake, it would have been from here. It already happened. You're refilling that level, so likely to break it and continue moving down to the next. See what we do. This is a level only on the 15, but multiple times here. So see if we reject from here, if we can form some kind of structure, close below. We are very overextended. I want to see if there's precedent for wick from here. No. All right, so overextended need structure, aka range, aka closure, break and retest, or some kind of support form here before we look for sells. Very overextended on that drop. Only 70 pips. But in terms of the range itself, yeah, I'm gonna have a buy limit here at this level in case this thing just decides to drop really quickly. Stops will be below the wick. No reason for it to be any bigger than that. We don't want it to break this wick. Anything that wick is the extent of it. Can't make more than 1,800 a day, so in case it bounces, that's full TP right there. That's on this account. This would be a partial somewhere, actually, maybe at the wicks. All right, gang, may the forces of evil become confused on the way to your house. Like I said, for now, if this can drop heavy and tap this level in an instant, but if it doesn't, we can still look for sells here. We'll just look at the candles forming here. Level, 30 level, 1 hour level, the 4 hour level over here too. The daily. Not really seeing a closure below. 15 looking like it might give it. Level. level there, but irrelevant here right now. No top wick on this hourly, no top wick. Already on the 15. Yeah, I see the 5 retesting this area, which takes away the 15 option. Who's got 4001? 5. Interesting. Let's see if that's 7. Back up in range, we go. Really good socket today, huh? What a game right now. They just ended. Germany, Paraguay. Brazil being Brazil. No issue coming back. One minute here for the 15. Damn. Headphones, man. Pulling my hair. That's an attempt to drive back up in range. We close below here. We're looking at the break of the previous candle low here on the 15. It's got to have to come down here. Decent. Close below there. Yeah, I would look for a bottom buy, but it's obviously below. Let's say if it respected this area, we can look for a buy off that white line. That's below. Maybe he wants to go back up. First time I've ever seen somebody refer to gold as he. It's usually a she. What a nasty chop, right? Just like here yesterday. Or this morning. This would have sucked to trade here. I don't know how this opened up. But if it opened up with a top wick, we would have secured some profits. If it opened up with a bottom wick, there was nothing to trade there. Nothing here, nothing here, nothing here. This might have been a top wick entry, but you would have got to stop that. But there hasn't really been much to trade there. Been really. Not, oh, hold on a second, chat. Yeah, I was muted for all that. Okay, I was saying when you guys saw me drawing, yeah, I was saying expect that. We might continue bearish, right? Absolutely, right? So, like I said, we might continue bearish on this as we're printing this, but I expect to come down here, boom, and then give us that reaction. Maybe 100, maybe 50, maybe 60, whatever it is. We'll secure partials along the way. If we get a closure, we'll look for some sells down, but if we don't, we'll look for something kind of reaction like this, maybe even that. 5 tap on the dot. Another 10 minutes here in this 15. Okay, give me a sec. I'll be right back. I gotta run to the bathroom. Gotta pee. 7 minutes on this 15. 5 minutes on the 15. We've attempted to come back up in range. There's 5 level here that just keeps holding. Really want to be below there. And we'll have a chance the next 5. We'll make that decision. Either a bottom wick back up in range, or we come down further and then look for our position. What are we waiting for? So I'm waiting for a couple things. Either a quick drop off the rip, or closure below here, and then get rid of all of this and get some sells in. 4-hour support. If we hold, we'll look for some range to be created. Maybe a range to breakout for some buys. This resistance you're talking about? I think if we react, if anything, it'll be up over here somewhere. In terms of buys. Let's see. Just under 4 minutes here for closure. Let's see what happens. It's gonna have to be the break of this candle low here if we get in. Unless we make a bottom wick, attempt to come back up in range. Feel this prince. If it just continues plummeting down with no top wick, which you can, look at this previous candle, didn't give you a top wick. Then we keep this intact. Make sure you're locked in and ready to go here. Okay, we already got the game plan. We're really looking for this buy limit if this opens up with a bottom wick off the rip. So if it opens up with a bottom wick, it needs to come up here back in range for a top wick or retest 40-22 areas. And then we'll look for the re-break of the lows off the 30. Can make a really steep top wick here before it comes down. So we would need the break of this previous candle low. Those is no bottom wick. We're still looking for that buy limit here. That should kind of work in our favor then. So we break this low, it should be a quick plummet down to this area so we can get those buy limits in. If we end up re-breaking highs here, we'll have a sell stop on the break of the previous candle low. I'm aware of. We break the highs here, we'll have a sell stop on the break of the current candle low. We end up pushing down, we're looking for this buy limit. Still kind of new. Mark our levels. Do we mark out the end of the wick or the candle? Line stream. Choices. Won't live and learn. No choice. Won't burn. Yeah. Mark them off the body, but over time you'll realize that the higher time frame body will the lower time frame body will a lot of time be the higher time frame wick. But I like to lock in on areas where the higher time frame and the small time frame fall in line and have closures in the same area. This candle was how big? 124 pips. So let's see, 124 would put it. Oh, let's put us at around 140. He's been taking his time, huh? Oh. Gotta wait, gotta wait, gotta wait. Ah, look at that. Dropped quickly, came back up quickly here. All right, peoples. Hope everybody's ready. Let's go. May the forces of evil become confused on the way to your house. We see a reaction here. That. Come on, Vinny. Tap. Looking good, looking good. Expect at least that wick though, right? Let's see. 4011. Looking good, looking good, looking good. See? Oof. Reaction. What are we doing here? Reacting to. About to get the bundle. Wanted to ask if you do Zooms for New York session. Yes, yes, yes. There will be. There's a whole bunch of stuff coming. Give me. Supposed to have everything ready today. I don't have enough RAM to have everything running. Back to old setup for now, but yeah, I'm using my RAM wrong. There's no way 32 gigs of RAM is not enough. DDR5 RAM too. This is, we'll just bounce off here, and I wanted to get back up to at least this resistance. Not for your Roblox. No Roblox right now. No, you bought toys. Toys and Roblox. I was like, there's no more money. Like, I thought we had no money. All right, are we in there? Sell off here. 4011. Yeah, 4011 sell limit. Either that or it breaks through. We don't want it to break through. We obviously want it to pump back up here. But typically, honestly, with that, you usually see a snipe off of there, like a heavy pump right off the level. So this tells me it might not be this candle. We'll see. we need this up to 40.11 at the very least. That's where the resistance is to the left. So if we're going to come up and drive down off resistance, well, 4,010, 40.10 is where I would go break even, but 40.11 is partials. Where I would see the top wicks coming up to. Okay, if it breaks through here, then it's the next support down here. It would be interesting to get a pineapple there, but I don't think I'd want a pineapple. If we end up scraping through here or flapping through here, I'd rather close out where we are and then get another entry down here if it does blow right through it. What is it? 90 pips, 80 pips? If that's something we got to. These areas, these wicks would be the stops around 65. Isn't the level tip? Oh. That is the level. It's a level on multiple time frames at multiple instances in the market. Look, this is tough because we might just tap the 5 level here. That can happen too. Because we close right below here. Right? Oh, actually, no, we close respecting this area to the left. So this is good. This is where the resistance is, 4,010. This level is on multiple time frames and at multiple instances in the market, and it goes through all the way to the daily. That's what a daily the daily opening was right there. You had a daily opening right there, all at that level, right where we're seeing a reaction. And it's a 1 hour, it's a 30-minute, it's a 15. So it's a level on every time frame, and we've had no top wicks made at all. So some kind of pullback would be in order. If I was gonna bet on a level, this would be it for the pullback. Am I always right? No, obviously, but high volume of time, high number of time, we get really good results. The way that closed though tells me it might see the 5 level down here. Right, you have a 5 level at 4,000. That's a possibility. Yeah, 4,001. But I'd rather it not. I'd rather just push up. Yeah, it did close below. Let's see if we can get some kind of push up or what we gonna do. Buyers at 03 might get as liquidity. Okay, 03, that's the 5-minute level, right? No, 03 is at 4,000 flat here. We've tapped 03 here, 03.7. It looks pretty good for now. I like what you wouldn't see out of the drop. There's a reason we held here. I want to now, at the moment, we're betting on this to be just to be strong enough to bring us up. That's the reason we reacted here. betting on this level to be stronger than the volume that brought it down. In terms of our ranges, right? Not overall. Still understand the bearish volume. Once we re-break highs, we'll go break even. Once I re-break that high there. Those 03 orders come off the books? Coffee shop. With the amazing abilities of Ursula. Okay, once I finish work. Good idea? Agree? All right, cool. Let's in about an hour, okay? Once I finish. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't know if Kaya's on it, but you gotta ask mom. Do me a favor, close that door. Too much noise coming from there. Thank you, kiddo. Love you. Push up. Hasn't really tapped into any resistance. Like 4009, 4008 areas is resistance. Yeah. EE once it hits 4009, but we haven't gotten there. We're breaking the low. 7. I don't even know what that is. Five celery. $30 closes in 7 minutes. Gotta put your trust in the knowledge of levels, right? Not just candles. And the fact that you've seen this before. And as of now, it's up to probability, right? Having trouble breaking back up above here. W trade, W level, W read, W exposure. I mean, we'll wait. What's the worst that could happen? You're in a buy too, but you're in off the 5-minute level at what, like 03? Is that where you're in? 03? Struggling. Keeps tapping that level, right? It keeps tapping this area, but it's struggling. We need this 30 back up above there. Held. If we break down, as I said, there will be a buy limit here at this level of 39.92, but I'm just not going to give it another 40 stops on this. Okay, there's the 5 level tap that I was talking about in the 5. Won't matter much. Wow, holy shit. I'm gonna buy right there. Let me see if this can come up off our level. I'm gonna mark it. 15. Fine. Yeah, that bounced right off our level down there. Wow. See if this candle can flip. If it re-breaks its own low, I'm gonna call it a session. It was wild. This candle grabbed all the bottom wicks. Holy shit. Yeah. I didn't hit my daily yesterday. I hit it today. Yeah, I hit my daily up on this. If it re-breaks low, I'm going to keep stops at the break of the low of this candle. I'm going to bank on this to flip bullish in this candle. That tipped right on the dot. Why didn't I expected that? I just took another. Yeah, stops the low of the candle. I hit my daily loss. Yesterday we were break even, but today I hit my daily loss here. It shouldn't have, but it slipped the shit out of my daily loss. Yeah, I mean, it slipped the shit out of it. Yeah. Right now we have an entry at in the signal channel in the live account at 39995533. That's the overall entry. And I would look for this to pull back up in range. How much did we get slipped by on this? Oh, not that bad. Our stops actually... We got slipped here. Not bad. 86. Not bad. I thought it was weird. I thought we got slipped like 50 pips. Like, another no bottom wick. Hold on. This got to flip. Doesn't flip. If it flips, I'm going break even. If it doesn't flip and breaks the lows here and further. Stop 39.88. Any pullback. This is the position in right now. That should have been the entry right there if we were to get stopped out. I didn't think that would happen that quickly. All right, stops of these wicks to the left. 128 pip. Close to our stops. Yeah, I think we're gonna tap it. We break the lows, 87.8. 118 pips, 87.8 is stop. I'm not going past this level. Sorry, right there. Right idea. Flew past this level, and then at this level is where it reacted. I didn't take this. I pay out. I'm at payout. Oh yeah, I wouldn't take it at payout either. I'm at like, I'm halfway to payout for like 6%. That brings me down to like 3%. In fact, pushing down. We want to see a slingshot back up. But man, what we wanted to see was this candle. This is the level we spoke about. Like if it breaks our level, we're gonna put the buy limit here. Fucking happen in an instant. Why? We typically see this drop off this level, but not down to here. This drop usually to the next support, and we've seen it many, many times to get next support, and then it pulls back up here, and then grabs resistance to finish out the range. Over here, just enough volume, do that. Quarter two volume continuing. Yeah. Hey, the last week of quarter two. Been a great week. It's been a great month and a great quarter, but it has not been a great week overall last 10 days. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday were great. Mondays and Fridays. Yeah, re-breaks. So what it did was it tapped this final support here, and the wick to here is going to be the extent of my stop. I'm not going to keep it down to here. It could come down to there and then come back up, but I'm not going to let it do that. If it wants to do that, then I'll take the support. Yeah. See, will we have a plot twist, or will this shit just drop another 10,000 pips? Oh, looks like it's dropping. Where are you going? There we go. Yeah, we got taken out. Minus 86, minus 135. Ain't no stopping this. That was it, huh? That was that reaction, man. 90 pips. You have to go back to November. Yeah, it's like October and about five contracts ago per contract. Pre-market sells would be eating now. Yeah, they'd be eating away at all my buys, man. All me buys. Well, there's no levels there, so hopefully it either comes back up in range, or it's gonna be London, New York, because no matter where it drops to, those levels are so fucking old that I can't go back to them. Yeah, I say it all the time, my brother. The last 3 days I've been able to make over a month worth. Man, in the last 3 days, oh, this is the only 2 losses I took. I've had 5 trades, like 3 break evens, and 2 of these losses. Yeah, so I started last week off minus 300, bought it off, but I had a terrible Friday, and then no, I started off here minus 200. I'll fight it all by then, though. It's just it's annoying because you can't see the concepts at play. You can see the concepts fail here, the 10-15% of the time that they fail. Base trajectory. Oh, bro, you don't have to convince me. Man, I was so sure. This and this low. That no, well, we don't get it there, we get it here. We got it nowhere. It needs structure now. There's nothing I can do. Nothing. It broke everything. It'd be great if it closes back up above the range. Okay. Can trade it up to 40.22. We need that closure back in range here. Then I'll attempt another wick, bottom wick entry. I can't fight it off though on the funded here because I hit the daily loss. Bro. They're messing with the pool and he's fucking pissed. Position off a top wick. Only if it comes back up in range. Okay, if the 30 or if the 15 fakes out here with this 15 closing below, and we're able to do this. The only other positions. Or if we're able to do that and fake out, then we could look for more sells, top wick sells. Every time frame's ready. Yeah, we discussed this. We spoke about this. We would like to take some sells. Everything is bearish, but we are at a 4-hour support. We were at a higher time frame support. Wouldn't change anything. The only thing I would have done, I should have set that buy limit here before we actually got out of that trade. We should have just set it anyway in case it breaks down heavy like that, because then we would have been on point. Would have been break even actually. Hold on a second, chat. God damn it, I just explained all that and I was muted. I was talking about the levels and how we should be, you know, seeing that wick off our level before it breaks down to that next level there. Right? We should have been seeing that top wick off of there. In this case, I was pointing out that I would have went off these wicks because that's a heavy level that, you know, you had a heavy drop. and then it bounced right off of there. So I would have put a buy. I would have had a buy limit off of there versus just the very bottom. But the same thing. You see, it came down, and before it drove down, it completely to that next range. It came up and grabbed orders at the top of the range. That's the play you're looking for, to come up and grab those orders versus the bias. But very similar to, oh no, same concept. Wait, where are we? No stopping it, just coming down. I don't even know how the fuck that was. All right, time to regroup. Smoke a joint. Come back in about 5 minutes and look for more positions. It's never been in the market's best interest to have me annoyed. I end up fucking really locking in. We're gonna be here till 5 a.m. Eddie got to be a millionaire by December. All right, gang, give me a minute. I gotta go call 1-800 got clapped, and I'm not even sure if they're open. I'm gonna need a complaint hotline right now. They better have operators standing by right now. I gotta call 1-800 got clapped, and I'm gonna call them twice from 2 phones because I got clapped twice. Give me a sec, chat. What are we doing? Next candle, no top wick, straight down. Another 2,000 pips. Don't tell me you got the clap. Yeah, I got 2 claps. Would you be open to buys up? So no, I'd be open to buys if we're back up in range above 39.91. It's just the extent of the 15 where I expect this to top out. But for buys, well here, 39.92. Yeah, I wouldn't do anything within here. 82 to 82. That's 100 pips. 100 pips of chop. No closure above here should bring us up to 4,005. We'll see. Yeah, we close. Wicks got owned. Yeah, 113 times. Oh, let me edit that. 113 times I've gotten owned on stream. See what happens. Can't do this here. All you guys know what I'm doing. On live. If we have a top wick here, I'll look for a buy limit off here, off 83. Not much of a top wick. Holy shit, that's 22 pips. Respected. Didn't close a little bit above. Oh yeah, it closed above it. Gang. Give me 1 second. Gang, I'm gonna take a buy right here. Right where we're at, I'm gonna leave room open for a pineapple for a possible buy right here. I think we should come up here for a top wick. Buy is off this level right here, the extent of this range right here. DP 4002. Once this flips, you go break even, and the high is 85, 95, flat. Yeah, we're gonna buy here. Keep the middle of the range here. These wicks. Came back up, respected the 30, the 15, the hourly level there. And we've opened up with a bottom wick first, and like as I said, leave room open for pineapples. There's a possibility we have one off of 85. Looking for a top wick on this 30. Close back up in range, faked out on the 15. Top wick here, that's 50 pips. And the previous candle left a 22 pip wick here. Lower here, it's 90.1. was respecting here.
What's good? What's good, everybody?
The deal, bro. Just making me wait. It's been really testing my patience today with all the trades. Every trade's just kind of sat around.
We need one of these.
What was that?
We need one of these. That's all.
Yeah, I just smoked. Do we have this flip already? No. High limit 83.3. Check the top wick on the candle before does anything. Otherwise, why do we close back in range? Why do we respect? Oh, it tapped it on the dot. Did it miss it? I think it missed it. I think it missed our buy limit by a pip. Might tap it here. Move it. Stops are below the candle right now. Ooh, will we fake out? Well, if we close like this, I would expect the next candle to make a top wick. What was that? Stops are 270 pips, 260 something, 260. Yeah, 265. Right, so the buy is below the range here. You would expect a top wick. Well, actually, our buy is better. 89.7. Why is it so bad? I guess bad entry. All good though. I mean, in terms of higher time frame probability, we faked out. We held support on the 30. We tapped the 15 support. We didn't open up with a top wick, which should be made after we closed above the range. So you have everything in your direction. The only thing is, price has moved down without pulling back up yet. Which I expect it to do. But there's so little time left on the 15 that if it doesn't flip now, we're going to need to start managing risk off the next 15 top wick. Live tier today. Market's bearish for buys. Yes, absolutely. But we just had a fake out, and it closed above the higher time frame range, so the higher time frame's respected. We opened up with a bottom wick, and yeah, we have not had any kind of pullback, so expected if there was a time to get a top wick and come down off resistance, it would be here, just like I expected this, but I'm not always right, as you saw by the previous trade and concentration. Well, until we close. Until we close. Up. Above 82. Looking for a 30 flip, understanding that the 15 closed bearish and faked out here. You might get a rebreak on a 15 low here and continue down here. Right? But I'm going to need the 30 to flip for that top wick. Tough because the 15 faked out there, so you close back below. Yeah, 15 top wick. Okay, what's going on? First back to stream to you. I think I remember the last time I watched the Jeffersons. Wow. You know, like we finished max stop loss. We've hit stop loss twice today, bro. I'm stop lossed out. Like, what's up with these streaks? Oh, 15 doing 15 things. 5 makes sense. But the 30 freaking respected. 15 picked up. Gang. The 15 looks like it needs to come down. If anything, I would usually take a sell in that situation, but not with that no top wick on a 30. And respect of that level, you'd expect a bounce and drive up. But this 15 could just push through and that could be it. I wouldn't take a sell here thinking, hey, if we break that high and end up coming down, I'll close that out and take the rebreak of the lows. But we never broke that high. No top wick there. Continuing on down. And until that wick is made, it's very tough to take that sell. But I do expect it to come down at least another 40 pips, so. Because based on the 15, it would make sense. You know what? Push up another 5 pips. Not gonna come back. Annoying. I was gonna say if it comes back up to here, I would close out, manage risk just to get in that sell. But you're so late for the sell. The sell will give you enough. The sell will give you 60, and then we can play that buy off of here. Which is what I'm not gonna do now. Push up a bit, bitch. All right, gang. I'm gonna take. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Wrong thing. Wrong thing. I fucking took a buy. Sorry, gang. I took a sell there. Took a sell. Took a sell. Damn it. As we came back to this area, I took a sell. I think we're gonna drive through the range. We're gonna get about 50, 60 pips here, and then we're gonna look to get our level. I took a sell. It came a bit late. I tried to get in there right here as it pulled back, and I ended up clicking buy instead of sell. So I took a loss on there. I closed for a loss. Understand that there's about 50 or 60 pips, and then I'm gonna look for that buy afterwards. Right at support. So I closed this out. I took a sell here, looking to get to support. After that, I'm gonna look for a buy if we end up making it all the way back up. Four, 7. Yeah, I can't believe I pressed buy instead of sell there. And it was at a perfect area. We were right on the break. We were about another. We were 20 pips higher. Yeah, I closed the buy. I took a L minus 127. I wanted to get down to this wick at the very least, or to this support. I'll go break even, and then I'll look for more. I wanted to get out, honestly, at the top wick. If we got to our level right here, top wick, and have a sell stop on the rebreak of the lows, but unfortunately, just not quite there. Not quite get there. My position right there, just add a little bit. If you're in a signal channel, you saw another sell right here. Yeah. Okay. Too many things going on. Managing multiple terminals. Partials at support here, about 50 pips. Wix can't think. He's a robot. Ask him anything. I'm just not paying attention to the chat. It's just too much to explain. Too many things going on. I got multiple terminals. It's annoying. I've turned off the chat off my screen, and when it appears, like when I scroll through to the YouTube, then I see it again. Yo, chill. I mean, we didn't tap support. It didn't get to support. Support's way lower. What's it gonna drive up off of? A level there. Yeah, previous candle closed above the range, but yeah, now I mean the one before the previous, but this one's closed below. It's grabbed the top where it came down. You didn't tap support. What's it gonna drive off of? If it closes back up, then you have more info, and then yeah, it's against you. But I mean, in this case, with the higher time framing, I would expect it to tap at the very least the support. And my partials are gonna get moved down here. Yeah, partials are about 115 pips, 116. And what respected before, right? We had the 30 respect before. Now you get this 30 closing below. Well, we got 1 minute to go. Close below as well. Oh, up last second. Close below. All right. Tops 187, TP's 213. See what happens. Yeah, that was a 4-hour close too. 4-hour bearish close. Faked out. Faked out again on the 30. Closed below. Looking to retest lows. You better not lose 4 times in a row. You know when the last time I lost 4 trades in a row? Not even talking about like on stream, signal channel. You got to go back like 21. 2022, probably like September. Yeah, 2022 September was the last time I lost 4 trades in a row. This has been a wild day, but like the position there, like the position, never flip, close below, gotta adjust to the closure. Close below here, can't manage risk. And the other way makes sense to support. Instead of having that drawdown, I'd rather take it to support and then make another decision. It is what it is. Go long. I will probably end up going long sometime tonight. Eventually, maybe. Throughout the evening. There's no New York session tomorrow for one reason. Next time I come back, looking to have a full new like overlay setup, everything different look, and we were supposed to do that today. Probably gonna end up doing that tomorrow. Everything? Was it fun?
Yeah.
You enjoyed it?
I also played a little.
Did your friends come out? Hmm? For a little bit before bed. Just for a little bit. Oh, then stop asking. If she already took it away, then stop asking. She already told you. What do you mean? You can't do that. You can't ask her, get a result, and then ask me. She already told you.
It's enough.
Thanks. All right. Can I help you? No? Yes. Bye. I'll leave him alone. Why are you messing with him?
He brought me the toy.
You are messing with him.
I'm playing with them. Hey, you
gonna get pissed right now. He's gonna take you out. 1 hour and 4 hour sells look good. Yeah, they do. But the problem is, look how big the 4 hour candle is, and it can make a steep ass wick all the way up here, 40.17, right? Where I'll also be looking for sells. But right now, I want, if we're gonna come up, what I see, if we're gonna come up, we need to bounce off support, which is down here at the very least, right? So ideally, this smashes through here and we don't come up and we get a big ass runner. But if not, right, we'll go break even at support. There's no partials there for me. There was initially. Right now, they're at 65 flat. Actually, they're going to be at 66 flat. Yeah, so as I was saying, the idea is to tap the support, take risk off the table, right? Grab whatever pips there are to support, because we understand if we're going to come up, we should bounce up off of support or create a new one. And usually you don't bet on creating a new one. You usually, you take your probabilities with the levels that are already there. And if the support is here, that's the support. So you're looking for a bounce up off support. Otherwise, you're kind of mid-range. So if that's the level, at the very least, that you're looking for the market to get to, I didn't want to accept that as more drawdown. I just figured get themselves down to here if we can get ahead of that. And then if it runs. If it doesn't, then, we'll have a chance at buys as it then eventually later decides to come up. All right. Go break even once it taps that support. Tapped it. Yep. So go break even there. If it runs, great. If not, then it'll pull back heavy, and we just had a, had a break even trade. You can secure here if you want something at 40. But I'm looking for this to break down here based on on how much time it took to really break that level. Down a little bit. So this is break even level, but it's not partial. My partials are 67, which is exactly 100 pips. Well, a little more, like 105. Might be a break even trade based on the level, right? How strong that level is. But this is what I envisioned in terms of like, hey, we either get a nice push here, we secure some profits, and see if we can. If it re-breaks the lows, I might secure some profits. There we go. Oh, on the dot! No! Re-break! Re-break! It literally tapped me on the dot. Re-break the low. Come on. On the... Motherfucker. I'm so annoyed. A little more. Push. Yes. No risk here. Come down. No, I just get mad when it tapped it on the dot. It was 66, 60. Yes. Yeah. See? Let's see if we can secure 200. I went a bit heavier here, but that's why I only closed half my position. Signals, it says closed 100% of initial size because we doubled our size, so there's still another 100 technically left in there. 100%. Wick fill incoming. This is a tough level. I would love for the wick fill to show up here. But like I said, this is a support, and the 4-hour doesn't have much of a top wick. But well, it's not the 300 pips lost today, but it's the setup for the next step up. Gonna need you on New York tomorrow. Man, I want to be trading the ARB, but it's probably going to be in the signal channel. I'm not running a stream because we're going to be changing the stream up and the way it looks and everything. And I honestly, I'm kind of locked in on trading probably throughout the evening tonight. I'm kind of annoyed with these losses. But I guess 4 in a row isn't going to be there, right? In the stream, the look of it, changing kind of what it looks, what it feels like. $15 close below. Well, that's why I didn't take the full L on that 30 buy and just, you know, took that position the other way. Funny how it tapped our low on tip off. All right. Yep. Close below. Morocco, Netherlands are playing. Come on. Yeah. Did you borrow Eddie's keyboard? Honestly. Well, if there was ever a fake out that we didn't need, probably be it. You guys are right though. 15 did close below here. See if we can survive a top wick. That's enough. Bring it back down. Would be a good place, right? To tap right on that wick right there. Left. Would be a good place to bring it back down. Back down to support. 1 minute's faking out here. Oh, look at that. I was right. See? Just the candle movement. The way it prints lets you know what the smaller time frame's moving. What are they doing? Pineapple did help. Let me secure more. So you saw the 5, the 1 fake out there. Now you have the same thing happening on the 5. If that holds, you might see then the 15 start happening, the 30, and they'll follow each other. So this would need to break down here and not hold in order to throw off that smaller to the higher time frame cycle. Otherwise, you hold this little support on the fake out, come back up into range, into the higher time frame range. So we'd rather just see this re-break that low. I don't know where we're going. In terms of, when I say I don't know where we're going, in terms of looking to the left, the only target we have here is this wick fill. So at the wick fill, that'll probably seal off like 90% of my position. Leave 10 running for 1,000 pip runner. Yeah, I don't think it happens here. I think it comes back up because of the levels we created, but we'll see. The 5 struggling to break down here. 15 struggling to re-break the low. And you're hopping into lower volume time, so maybe not the drive, maybe the range now, and liquidity later on in a drive for New York, London. Breaking. Okay. Took us out. Be there on the runner. But we had a pineapple, so it doubled our position. One win, 3 losses today. $88, 114. Okay, gang. I'm gonna call it a session here. I'm gonna take this into the signal channel. I will be trading probably throughout the evening to see something come up, and I'm pretty sure we're gonna see something come up. If I end up running it tomorrow, it'll most likely be later on. But if for some reason we decide to set up the stream later on, I'll run a New York session. But I'll let you guys know in the morning. Most likely not, and I'll keep it in the signal channel probably tomorrow, last day, and then after that, we're just gonna start running New York session regularly. But hopefully, I can get everything done tomorrow, and I'd rather skip New York session, get the stream done, than do the stream and then not run the stream and not do stream. Uber ownage? No. Oh, bro, I'm gonna make this back in 24 hours. Like, I'm very confident. Whenever I take an L, I make it back fairly quickly. Sometimes I take multiple L's and then I make it back, and I'll take another L and I'll make it back, but then we just end up having massive long-term runs. Big. Now, I'm not talking just like, oh, I wish that would happen. No, just from experience, right? Before, I used to be like, all right, we got to make this back. We're gonna make it. Whatever was lost here today.
Okay, my brother.
Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna call it here. I'll be trading in the signal channel in the private community, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. If anyone's gonna stream in the Discord, good luck. If not, hasta la pasta. Chat, love and wisdom to you all. Oh, Mods, thank you so much for helping me run the stream. Zoom gang, see you in the clubhouse. Chat, love and wisdom to you all. As for me, my time here is up. Ooh, let's get tonight over with. Let's get the stream over with, and tonight started with some W's. All right, yep, that's my time, gang. As for me, my time here is up, and just like that, another Asian session is in the books. Good night, everybody.